Now to some sex with your soccer. French police have questioned Real Madrid and France striker Karim Benzema over an alleged attempt to blackmail fellow French international Mathieu Valbuena over a sex tape. Media reports say that Benzema mentioned the tape to Valbuena during international duty to practice last month. Benzema's relatives were also reportedly contacted by the alleged blackmailers in an effort to involve Benzema in the scheme. The alleged extortionists, they were arrested in October. Dirty and even dirtier. Chris Harrington is here with us now. So, what more details about this can you give us? What is this, the sex tape crisis?
Okay, so the investigation started back in July. That's when Valbuena brought it to the investigators' attention, the police's attention, and they started going undercover. They posed as Valbuena's business associates, got the blackmailers on the telephone. The blackmailers did two things. They mentioned Benzema's name and some of his family members' names, and they threatened to release a sex tape right before the 2016 European Championship, which takes place in France.
Yes, exactly.
But the investigators, they've been busy. They did charge. They have 3 known football groupies or football players' entourage in custody currently. They also called in former French striker Djibril Cissé. They questioned him about it. They released him because he had nothing to do with it. But Benzema really came under fire when he mentioned it to Valbuena at a practice. Valbuena tells police, and the police had to know, is he poking fun at Valbuena, or is Benzema actually involved in this situation? So obviously that's what had to happen. And bad news for Benzema, he's actually being held overnight in prison, in jail, because he's failed to convince investigators he has nothing to do with this plot. We did hear from his lawyer. Yeah. This is what his lawyer had to say after Benzema's arrest.
What I can say is that Karim Benzema is happy and satisfied to finally put an end to this hurtful controversy. He has nothing to do with it. And as soon as his name came out in this controversy, he asked me to tell the judge that he was available to talk with the investigators, should they want to ask him any questions. He is there now to answer their questions.
I mean, Chris, obviously the question here, if you're a high-profile athlete, are you at greater risk to get pulled into a scandal like this?
Well, no doubt about it. I mean, these players, they make large amounts of money. They have targets on their back. One of the 3 people currently in custody, they're a close associate of Valbuena and actually had access to Valbuena's cell phone, and that's where the sex tape originated from. Yeah. So in terms of Benzema and all of these things, no one's really shouting or proclaiming his innocence off the rooftops. He has a checkered past. He was cleared, but he was accused back in 2009 of having sex with an underage prostitute. But we'll have to wait and see what develops.
Sports and soccer. All right, Chris, thanks for laying it out for us. We appreciate it.